Well, as you can see, I had some pears which needed to be eaten as soon as possible, but my kids apparently are not fans of pears, so I decided to make a pie called confetti, I guess. So this is the pie usually made with cherries, but I will make it with pears, and I will add some of my favorite taste to it, so it's going to be original version. Before you actually start frying, well, caramelizing the pears, please make sure that you have enough for the shape you're going to use in the oven. So in my case, I had this many, so it's about, these are small. Sometimes they use big ones, but to be honest with you, I prefer small because I do not like a huge pieces of fruits in the pie. So in my case, these are small, cut in halves, and let's continue. I'm gonna caramelize it. And you add about 50 grams of butter. You melt it, and then add about 4 tablespoons of sugar. Ideally, it should be brown sugar, but I didn't have one, so I'm gonna be using the usual white one. About 4 tablespoons of sugar, and this is about 50 grams of butter, which needs to be melted. Let's wait for a while. Okay, so you add the sugar, mix it together, and make sure it's dissolved. My frying pan is a bit smaller than my oven pan, but anyway, I'm sure that it's gonna be fine because I will just stir it together, and every single piece of pear will be covered and touching the caramel. We need to wait about 5 or 7 minutes for the caramel to be dissolved and for the pear to become a bit softer. So 5-7 minutes like this, and it's ready to continue its trip. Meanwhile, while pears are getting caramelized, you add 50 milliliters of milk and 200 milliliters of cream, and you warm it slightly. You do not boil it, just warm it together. Just mix it and warm on the stove. The pears are getting prepared. As you can see, I'm caramelizing it for longer than 7 minutes now because I do like it to be soft in the pie. And as you could see, my pears are not all included in the pan right now, so I needed to move it slightly. But anyway, the smell here is such amazing. So the caramel is melted, pears are ready, cream and milk are mixed and it is warm, but do not boil it. Make sure that it's not boiled. Mix it regularly while cooking. Then prepare 4 eggs. In my case, these are the small eggs. 4 small eggs, and add 100 grams of sugar. You can add brown one or usual one. In my case, it's going to be usual white sugar. Whisk it together until more or less solid, and add a pinch of salt to that and mix it. After the whipped eggs and sugar and some salt have become at least 2 times as big in a volume, you add about 2 tablespoons of white flour and mix it for 4 moments actually, just for the flour to be mixed with eggs. You don't have to really whip it, but it has to be mixed together. Place your pears in your dish for the oven, and some, as you can see, some are more burnt, some are less, but this is because my pan apparently was smaller than the quantity of this pears. But anyway, maybe it's nice because it will get me different taste. It will give me a different taste. So you do that. You cover it with the caramel that is left over, and you mix the dough by combining milk and cream with eggs. So after you mixed the milk with the egg mix carefully. Make sure that the milk and cream mix is not hot, and add your egg milk, mix together mixing together and add to your pears. Make sure that the oven is preheated to 190 Celsius degrees. And let's continue. This is how it looks before placing it into the oven. Oven is preheated to 190 degrees Celsius, and it should take about 25-30 minutes to bake. Enjoy!